Hi everyone, I'm Carrie and I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. Everyone always asks me, how do we get my child to talk? But I wanted to backtrack and let you guys know about these pre-linguistic skills that a child needs to have before he or she is going to talk or communicate. So these are the building blocks to expressive language. So the first skill that your child needs to have is being able to imitate big gestures. So that can be waving your arms in the air, clapping hands, stomping feet. So before a child is going to imitate small motor movements like speech sounds and imitating words, a child needs to be able to imitate those big motor movements. Another pre-linguistic skill that your child needs to have is playing functionally with toys. Can a child use two objects together? So can your child stack blocks? Can they stack more than 2 blocks? And then are they able to knock it down? If you provide your child with a baby doll and a spoon and a cup, is your child able to pretend to play with the baby and with the spoon? Another skill that I'm looking for is if your child has joint attention. So are you able to look at an object and then look back at your child? Is your child able to look back at that same object and look back at you? We want to look for eye contact and we want to look for that reciprocal joint attention. Another thing is if your child is babbling, is your child babbling and able to go up and down in intonation and have lots of different consonant vowel combinations like la la ma na 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 da 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 and go up just as if he or she has words. Another thing I'm looking for is if your child is able to anticipate what's happening next. So I'm able to do that through 2 different activities. The first is playing peekaboo. So I'm gonna sit down with a child and do boo a few times, and then I'm gonna hold my hands in front of my face and pause and wait and see if that child is looking for me or waiting for me to pop out and say boo. Another way I do this is through bubbles. I'll blow the bubbles, the child will pop the bubbles, we'll do a few rounds of this, then I'll hold the wand up and I'll see if the child is looking for that bubbles to be blown again, because then they will know that they are anticipating what's happening next. Another thing I'm looking for are turn-taking skills. Is a child able to allow the adult caregiver or another peer be able to turn take within a span of play? And how does the child follow directions? Is a child able to follow single step directions like putting something into a bin, throwing something away, with cueing from a caregiver, parent, or peer? So if you feel like your child is having difficulty with his or her expressive communication, remember that your child needs to have these functional pre-linguistic building blocks before he or she is going to actually use verbal communication to communicate. I hope you guys found this helpful. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. My channel is full of ideas on how to target these pre-linguistic skills with your child.